In this section, we're going to be going over customer management. So I'm going to be explaining various different features, such as how to set up customer groups, payment types, credit terms and credit limits, different credit classes, statement codes, service priority codes, customer SMS texts, and stuff like that. Okay, so on the home page right now, simply go under company management and under customer management here. And you can see we have various different classes, which I'll take you through all of. So I'll just read them out to start with. So here's where you set up your customers, each individual one, and here's where you put them into customer groups. Here's where you set up your payment types, credit terms, credit classes, your statement codes, and here you have your major account codes, service priority codes. So if you have urgent, if customers require regular urgent deliveries, here's where you'd set up that sort of thing. And also here's where you set up customizable and personal customer text messages, SMS text. Okay, so if you go into customers to start with, so here with this example, you can see all of the customers listed out here. You've got the name, the balance that they have, the account number and the branch that they're usually associated with. And here you can click to view any of them, and here it brings it up in a bit more detail. So we got the date that the customer was first introduced to the company and they started purchasing from us. We got start reason. So here you can record, and this is good for working out the effectiveness of your marketing strategies or your reach or your sales team and stuff like this. So you can see the reason why or where they found out about your company and began partnership. So as you can see, you've got other options such as promotion, trade shows, referral or sale, or simply a sales contact. If you move down here, we have all the billing information and accounting information. So here's where you set up any credit limit that you decided with them beforehand. You've got the preferred payment types. So you can choose from a bank transfer, check, cash payments, a prepayment, installments, or customized ones there. Set up major account codes, whether it's for small goods or whether it's a premium customer. You can decide who of your team is going to be controlling the credit, and the account manager as well, just there. Sorry, not of our team, of the customer's team. If you go a bit further down, you've got the billing information, you've got the deliveries here, and you've got products as well. So here's where you set up customer specific price lists. So essentially, we have three different types of pricing. We have the default price list, we have general price lists, and then we have customer-specific price lists. So if you've set up with a customer before that, say they want discounts and certain special offers on juices, and you set this up with them beforehand, here's where you define and set out these sorts of price lists. So you can set them up, and you can just choose from any of the price lists, the custom price lists that you've created beforehand. Again, we have the customer group, so here's where you put them into their categories. So you can see these groups here, but I'll show you that in a bit more detail in just a second. Simply, to add a new customer, you just add, and you can decide whether they're inactive or active there, and then you would simply just fill out all the information that I just showed you before. Okay, so now once you've created a customer, simply ascribe them to a customer group. And as you can see here, as shown before, we have the three different customer groups that this particular example has decided to create. So we've got the description, which is business to customer, whether it's peer-to-peer or VIP customer. And then you can simply just add here by simply clicking that button there. If I take you into payment types now, here's where you set up the different payment types that you accept. So say you don't accept check payments or cash payments and simply just want bank transfers. Here's where you'd set it up, and you simply just define which payment types you take. Click add, and again, brings this little drop down at the bottom right there. If you go into credit terms, here's where you set up these terms here. So you've got the code, you've got the description, so whether it's cash on delivery, whether it's an end of month build, or whether it's online transfers, and you can ascribe different customers to each of these credit terms, so you know when and where you're going to get paid and how the customer prefers to pay, and you can just organize your finances easily like that. Click add simply again there to add any credit term you wish. Okay, so now if we go into credit classes, here's where you set up different types of classes. So whether it's cash on delivery, whether it's collections, or whether it's a cash account that they may have. Again, simply add, and it brings up the screen here. So you enter the code, the accepted payment, the description, the policy type, whether it's day count or whether it's the monthly payment. You've got other aspects here as well. Okay, so I'll take you back. If you go into statement codes, here's where you set up your statement codes you might have. So you've got the code again, the description, the statement display text, how it would show up on the statement, and the due days from the statement date. So you set 2, it's 2 days ahead. Here you've got the billing frequency type, so how often this billing occurs. So whether it's period, whether it's monthly, or whether it's immediate. And here you've got the different type as well. So whether it's taken on handheld, whether it's email, whether it's a standard postcard or custom one down there as well. Okay, so if we go back and now we go into major account codes, he'd set and define the different account codes for different types of businesses. So we've got for small goods there and for premium customers for this particular company. You can add any as you wish as well, and again, you can choose to edit them as you go along, so you can make adjustments. Okay, so here we've got the service priority codes. So this is where you set up the urgency of a delivery. If a customer needs their products quickly or they regularly need routine deliveries on a set dates, you can set it here. So if you've got service window in days, so once an order is created up here through the sale orders icon, once you define the service priority code there as you're creating the order, if you choose premium customer, for example, you know that you need to service that customer in 2 days and you have a 2-day window. Again, you can choose to edit as you see fit, and you can also add new service priority codes here as well. So choose service windows and so on and so forth. So lastly, if I take you into customer SMS text, here is where you set up the default text messages that would reach your customers. Say once you set up the geofencing alerts, you could set a customizable text that would send to your customer from the driver to just alert them and make them aware that the delivery is coming, so they are familiar with the ETA. So again, you can add as many as you want, and you simply just describe them there.